man. Legacy Lounge. Sometimes people want to talk.
We have an incredible guest here.
What's up, brother?
The definition of the Legacy Lounge is the stuff that he's putting together. He's a great community leader. His story is amazing.
All right, episode 60, man. We're 40 episodes away. When we have episode 100, we have to make a promise to have a massive party. Maybe at like one of Rob Archie's spots.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I know, and by that time, I'm guessing episode 100 is gonna land sometime around like summer of next year.
I think you're right.
So we will we'll circle back. But real estate talks. I don't know about you, but the last couple weeks I was sharing this with you. Just a lot of momentum,
Man.
And you know we're approaching the holidays. We got November, December coming up. I've always said this. I had a conversation with the buyer, and they go, "I want to buy a house and close escrow before the end of the year because I think that there's some opportunities.
Best time to buy.
The best time to buy." And it made me think. The first house that I ever bought myself, I closed escrow in November.
Mm-hmm.
The second house I bought in Midtown, I closed escrow a week before December. The house I'm in now, I bought it. We closed escrow in April. But the point is, serious buyers. This has always been throughout my 20 years of selling real estate. The serious buyers are the ones house hunting in November, December, and January.
You got to think if they're really selling the property, those are serious sellers as well.
And if there's a majority, though, of buyers that are like, I don't want to look at homes over the winter months or over the holidays. We'll just kind of go about it, come February, March, once the weather improves. That tells me less competition.
Correct.
So
Correct.
You got some buyers approved and sent my way, which was a referral from our buddy, the gift that keeps giving, Matt Sorrow. Wonderful first-time home buyers. Talk about the loan product that you told me about that they're going to be utilizing, which kind of blew my mind away.
Man, listen, Cal HFA, people have been doing it wrong. We've been doing it right all year. And it's absolutely ideal for people. In a nutshell, you could be FHA or conventional, but we're going to be able to get what's called a silent second to complete 100% financing. So with their situation, they're getting a 97.5% first conventional mortgage. We're going to get 3% through the program, not making payments on that silent second. But the best part about it, the rates are great right now. 6.125 is what the rates are today on that program. And the majority of conventional financing, regular conventional financing, is in the mid sixes right now. So the rate's actually better on the program. Yes, you have to pay back that 3% down the line, either when you refinance or sell, but FHA or conventional, the rates are great, and all that they have to do is come up with closing costs. Now, closing costs are a little bit higher than normal. It's around 4% as opposed to regular financing is around a 2.5%. But let's say, just like you are trying to do right now, if you can negotiate getting 3% for closing costs, what does that mean? Our buyers get to buy the home for 1% out of their pocket. It is a win-win all over the place.
I'm putting myself into a buyer's shoes. If I was especially a first-time home buyer and I had, let's just call it, a grand total of $40,000 in savings, I had good credit, good income. First of all, I think $40,000 saved up, that's a round of applause.
Solid.
That's solid. Average sales price in Sacramento is $550.
Mm-hmm.
You can just do simple math. The minimum down payment for a $550 house, and if you were to pay your own closing costs, that's basically wiping out almost that entire $40,000.
Correct.
So that's a problem. The second thing is we always tell buyers that have a little bit left over in savings after you purchase a house for multiple things. One, just in case something goes wrong, right? And you have a little cushion. But the second thing is most people that are buying a home, they're going to spend money on furniture.
That's right.
It's expensive, or they're going to do updates. That's why I love this loan product, because it's going to end up saving a buyer approximately $30,000 if done the right way. I mean, we showed them a property yesterday, and I just did simple math. I mean, a 3% down payment on a purchase price that's close to $600,000 is about $25,000, 25, 30.
I mean, 3% on that is it's about like 17.
Man, I'm not good with math.
600K times 3% would be 18.
Okay, you're right. I'm wrong. I was about
But
to.
that's
grab,
why I'm the money guy.
I know. I was about to give. It was double. Okay, so 17 times 2, because the down payment, and the
Correct.
closing costs. So now that grand total number is
It's
32,000.
getting close to that 40 that you were talking about.
Okay.
You know?
So if they use the program, and I'm extremely confident in this market asking for 3% seller credits, you know, maybe they might counter us back. They might not give 17, but they give you 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a savings of $10,000. On top of that 3%, they just saved $27,000.
Correct.
Crazy. So big fan of that. Also, like we said, the chances of getting your offer accepted asking for a seller credit are much higher during these winter months.
Seeing it all the time.
Yeah. I know what ends up happening, and it happens like clockwork. You start to see more buyer activity when it's springtime. So to me, it just makes all the sense in the world.
It really does. And you know, every time you work on behalf of clients, you are working your tail off to get them the least amount of money out of pocket.
Yep.
Utilizing this program along with your negotiating skills is where it's at. Now let's play devil's advocate here. You know, maybe they're uncomfortable because they want some equity in the home. They can pay off that silent second anytime they want. So they can move in, have the cushion, maybe after furniture and everything like that. Maybe they didn't dip into whatever they had and they want to pay that off. They're more than welcome to do that anytime they want.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't affect the payment.
It doesn't.
So it's
It
like,
doesn't. I agree.
To me, it's just like simple math. Like I was sharing this to these first-time buyers as well, that the chances of them selling this home, the home that they're about to buy, their first home, within 5 to 10 years after they buy it is extremely high.
Correct.
Now, a lot of people hear that and they're like, no, I'm going to buy this house and I have zero plans of selling it,
Mhm.
you know. But from what I've seen, maybe less than like 20, 30% of the buyers that I've helped purchase their first home,
Mm-hmm.
probably less than 30% stay in it for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So, and the second piece to that is also appreciation.
Yeah.
I'm standing firm that Sacramento and the Tri-County area, the market, the prices aren't going to be coming down.
It's not only not going to be coming down, but when these rates go where they're supposed to go, there's going to be a lot of appreciation. Everybody that's been buying recently is going to enjoy dropping their interest rate while watching their equity go up at the same time. People buying in the spring will have slightly lower rates, but buying at a higher purchase price and miss out on a ton of appreciation. And appreciation, that's real. I know you don't realize it until you sell the property, but you know, the average increase, like bad years is 3%, right?
Yeah.
So it's been a lot more than that other times. I truly believe that the ones that are buying right now are meeting this market at the exact right time.
Yeah, you got to get in before it just gets worse. You know what I mean? So, you know, having that refi down the line is going to be extremely helpful for folks that have been purchasing in this market.
Mm-hmm.
The appreciation stuff is a huge, huge piece to it. It's funny. I spoke to a buyer. I'm showing a property later this afternoon to a past client, and she's in the marketplace to purchase a home for her mother. So her mother is been renting an apartment, but is getting up in age.
Yep.
And my past client has the capability to put a 20% down payment and help her mom. She sent me a property she wants to look at. It's a halfplex. So the first thing I'm doing is I want to be able to properly explain to my client that halfplexes generally don't appreciate as much as standard single family homes that are
not even close,
that are detached. But there's exceptions. And the exceptions is In some cases, they do
Really?
based on location.
Oh, location.
I'm telling you, bro. I know that sounds cliche because I was literally about to text her. Okay, because her goal, and she made this very clear to me. She's like, I know I'm taking a loss
Mhm.
because buying a rental property in California is not a win-win for investors anymore. Unless we're talking very specific stuff. What I'm talking about is you're not going to be able to like cash flow on a property if the average sales price is $500,000 where
Mhm.
interest rates are at
Yep.
based on what you're going to get for rent. You're going to take a loss.
Yep.
In some cases, there's exceptions. Obviously, if you have people that purchased, let's say, investment properties 10 years ago, and then they appreciated and they 1031 them,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be getting nice cash flow.
Yep.
So there's exceptions. But anyways, I saw the halfplex that I'm showing her today. 8 years ago, it sold for $260.
Okay.
The list price right now is $440. That's decent.
Exception.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I know. So there are some small exceptions, but generally speaking, halfplexes are going to have a slower appreciation. Condos for sure.
Condos for sure.
Condos
They're harder to buy.
Yes. Condo is, I just think, exceptional for the right buyer that just wants to get into the marketplace and become a homeowner.
Correct.
That's a phenomenal move. Just being able to have the ability to own something and have appreciation, it's just going to be a lot slower appreciation.
Completely get it. Can we go back to your borrower? Please tell me that she's not buying it as an investment property, is she?
You just confused me.
She's buying a place for her mother, right?
Yes.
Did you know that you can buy a place for a family member, specifically a parent, all the time as an owner-occupied purchase? The parent doesn't have to be on the loan at all. It could be your borrower buying it for 5% down, even if they still want to put 20% down, do not make sure she does not get an investment property rate.
I never knew that.
So I just closed our good friend. I won't say his name, but he's one of the people went to St. Joe's in high school with, and he bought the house next door for his parent to move it over. It's an owner-occupied purchase. You are allowed, per the guidelines, to buy a property for your family as owner-occupied, even if that person's not on the loan.
Yeah, and in this situation, her mom is not going to be on the loan.
Owner-occupied.
Okay, so basically what that means is two things, what I'm hearing. One, if you don't want to pay 20% down, you just want to put 10%, you can.
Bingo.
And two, you're getting a slightly better interest rate.
Slightly, yeah. Owner-occupied rates are way better at least a half a point better.
Incredible.
That's why these things are so good.
Yeah.
Even people in our industry don't know little intricacies like this. It is built. They want you to be able to, you're going to treat the background on it, you're going to treat that property just like you were living in it if your family member is living in it, your parent is living in it. So there's no extra risk for a lender on that. It's truly owner-occupied. It's awesome, man. Just make sure.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay, so now we're going to shift and we're going to talk about the hot topic. It's funny. Everyone has an opinion on it.
Which one is this?
The Raiders are trash. No,
Man,
that's not.
Listen, everybody doesn't have an opinion on that. Everybody's saying the same damn thing.
That's not what I was getting at. But the Raiders are trash. But who's more trash? I don't know if I should go on record saying this.
Man, I think I know what's coming out of your mouth. Who is more trash right now?
The Raiders or the Sacramento Kings?
That is a crazy question.
I'm a diehard Sacramento Kings fan, and it's been like you're born into this. You know what I mean? Like
what?
When you're born in Sacramento. When you're born in Sacramento and you're born into being a Sacramento Kings fan, it's a lifelong commitment. So I'm committed.
Yeah.
But like I told you earlier, I've never in my entire Kings fan history have thought more about jumping ship than I have this year.
Oh,
now,
man.
Hopefully it gets better. I'm a big fan of Doug Christie.
Great press conference yesterday.
Yep.
I get he gets it, he feels it, he cares.
Yep.
but those veterans better start carrying on that floor. That is an OG team, and they don't look like they give two.
Yeah. I'm pretty much yeah, it's things got to change. But that's not what I want to talk
Okay,
about.
yeah.
Well, actually give me the answer. What do you think? Is it the Kings or the Raiders?
I think the Raiders are the worst of the worst right now, and I still think it's the Kings is the answer to that. I really do.
You want to hear something funny? The Raiders and the Kings have equal amount of wins right now. and the NFL season's more than halfway over. No, the Raiders actually have one less. I think they have 2 wins.
They got 2 wins.
Yeah. You predicted, by the way, that the Raiders would get 8 wins.
Hey, listen, there's not a single person that thought Geno was going to be this bad. Nobody thought he was going to be this bad.
Yeah.
He is the worst.
Pete Carroll's not looking too good right now.
Listen, I can't even blame it on Pete Carroll. He ain't throwing the ball to the other team.
I get it. No, I'm just saying, like, Pete was really big on Geno.
I
Agreed.
agreed. But here's the thing. Geno has played well over the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And so nobody thought it.
If you were offered $500,000 a year
Mm-hmm.
to do a full-time sports podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but you'd have to retire from doing loans, would you take it?
No, I wouldn't. I love talking sports. I could make that or more doing loans and still talk sports with you and be right all the time, because when we talk sports, you're always wrong.
Okay. That's extremely inaccurate. I'm always wrong about basketball, and I'm not good at betting. But I'm pretty knowledgeable of football. Secondly, you are out of your mind if you don't think I'm retiring from real estate, making $500,000 a year talking about sports. I think that'd be like, I
didn't say I wasn't going to still talk about sports. I just said
50-year mortgage.
Man.
So that's really what I want to talk about. So
Yeah.
on the 50-year mortgage, I've been seeing and hearing a lot of people laughing. I get it. But my immediate reaction, if I'm being honest, from a realtor, from a salesperson standpoint, I'm not mad at it. Meaning, to me, it's just another tool in your tool belt. So let me get your take on it, because I think it's pretty interesting. I think there's a shakeup. I think if you look at the graphs, the negative on it is you're going to have less appreciation, or I guess less equity, is because
because you're not paying down the balance.
You're not paying down the balance.
That's part of it. Yes.
So what's your take on it from a lender standpoint?
Yeah. Great question, and I believe the ones that are proponents of it fall into your category. They're part of the industry, and it's like, hey, we can get a few more buyers because it's a little bit of entry level.
Why are you making me sound like that, bro?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that's where it came from, but let's be real. You're like, because a few people I've seen on social media super adamant about it. What? It lowers it. We have the ability to help more people now. Here's the thing. Coming from the lender side of it, and believe me, if it happens, I can get some more deals. But I want to tell you my real feeling about it. And in my opinion, interest-only loans have been out there for a long time. And you know why they don't really offer it? It's because it gets people in trouble. A 50-year mortgage is damn near an interest-only loan. The amount of interest the amount of balance that it pays down is so small that I guess I didn't put it into my system before we had this podcast, but as much as the difference is between a 30 and a 50, probably a couple $200, right?
$250.
Correct. I bet you interest only is probably like $100 less than that. It's super close to interest only.
And there are still interest only products, correct?
Very small, not on regular financing. You can't get a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or FHA interest only. You could do it on these specialty loans, because 100% it gets people into trouble. So it's like kicking the can down the line. You're not appreciations happen. I believe what it's going to do is going to falsely put people into payments, knowing that I'm never going to pay this thing off. I also believe that the default rate will be much higher, because the default rate on interest-only loans, when you need to refinance, when you need to sell, there's not much equity happening in the beginning. So all that will spike. So again, yeah, I'll do more transactions if that happen. I do not believe it helps people.
So it sounds like you're going to be, if it comes out, it sounds like what I'm hearing from you is you're going to have real conversations with your clients, most likely talking them out of it, because it just, what I'm hearing is it just doesn't look like it makes a lot of sense.
I'll give you another example of this. Home equity line of credit, people use them all the time. They're usually 5 or 10 years interest only. Then you have to pay it back over the next 25 or 20 years. So it spikes up that payment, right? Whenever I'm going and talking to clients about a home equity line of credit, we have to have a plan of action. You cannot fall in love with the minimum payment, which is interest only, on a home equity line of credit, because you're kicking the can down the line and you're going to have some stuff to deal with down the line. As long as we have that conversation and we know that there's some sort of a plan, like, hey, I'm getting my foot into the door, but I know I'm going to be paying a little bit extra per month because I have a job opening coming or some raises coming. As long as we talk through it like that, I just know people continue over the years. These neg-am loans, these pick-up payment loans, these interest-only loans. Remember all that boom and bust that we had before? It's because people fall in love with this minimum payment and it gets people into trouble. So I'm saying this out of the kindness of my heart. I know people are going to get into trouble with this little carrot that's being dangled in front of us.
Sounds like a 50-year mortgage is like, how I'm looking at it, it's like the last resort. Meaning, like, tell me it's possible that you have a borrower, the debt to income ratio is kind of maxed out, or they find a property and they really want this property, but it's going to mess the debt to income ratio up, and the only solution is putting them into a 50-year mortgage. Is that a possibility?
Yes, it is. Now, let's put it in perspective. $200 less outgoing on my debt to income ratio can probably raise my approval. If it's a $500K approval, I could probably get to 525 now. So,
okay.
It may make a big difference.
So it's, yeah, it may, but maybe what I'm hearing is like, what can we possibly pay off?
Yeah.
That would get that number, and you can use a 30-year mortgage.
We're already talking to people and getting them approved up to the max that their debt to income ratio can take. It's always scary, and I'm already having conversations with my clients there. My fear is these big box places where the loan officers haven't been doing it for very long and they don't know shit about shit. They just see the number. They're just getting people in there and they're not explaining stuff. And you know what? When you're on year 6 or 7, when you normally have to sell the home, you're selling the home with next to no equity, and unless it appreciates a ton, you're not paying down the balance. There's just less options when it comes to that. I'm not a big fan of it. It feels like a sleight of hand to me. Because again, interest-only loans have always been there. Why haven't they been offered by regular Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and FHA? They're dangerous.
Yep. You just mentioned, you said a word, and I wanted to just let you know. I don't know if you knew this. Did you know that one of the cocktails at our new favorite restaurant, Good Neighbor, is called Sleight of Hand?
Whoa.
How amazing is that?
That sounds incredible.
We got to give a shout out to Rob Archie.
Listen.
Crazy, right?
That new spot, Rob, you hit a home run. I love that food. I love that vibe. And man, I couldn't be happier for somebody just continuing to execute left and right and hit home runs. Bravo, man.
To one of the most solid people we know.
Agreed.
Too. It's funny because going in there, we went there the first week that it opened, and I was very clear with my expectations. I'm like, we're going here to check out the space, to support Rob, to support the restaurant, but I don't have high expectations, because generally speaking, when a restaurant's been open for a week, there's going to be some bumps and bruises. So just go in there with that, bro. 10 out of 10
right from the beginning.
And I told Rob, because I saw Rob that night, I ordered the steak frites. Weston got probably one of the best pork chops I've ever had. They make it feel very casual. Like, it's not pretentious. It's just like a cool spot that you can go in, wearing shorts and flip-flops, and,
the name says it all,
I know.
baby.
Or you can be dressed up if you want, but the food was 10 out of 10. Got to meet the bar manager, Chris, who's just making some of the best cocktails. He's also a sommelier, which is pretty amazing. Best old fashioned I think I've ever had. Just 10 out of 10, man. So kudos to Rob and all the people at Good Neighbor. I think that's his 6th spot now. I mean, he's just pretty much dominating Sacramento.
He's getting better and better. That's all that I'm saying. He sees a concept, he executes on it. Like I said, can't be more impressed, man.
Let me ask you a question. Who keeps on their cell phone the alarm on so that when you get notifications, you hear it pinging? Who does that?
College students.
College.
It was my laptop.
Oh, it was Nate. Okay.
I was on my phone, like my radio's not on.
Well, on all we're recording a podcast right now. This is actually, people are hearing this on Spotify. Yeah, but no,
Time for
don't
push-ups.
cut it. That's what I was just gonna say. Push-ups. That's what all the smoke on their podcast. On all the smoke, you gotta smoke a joint and do push-ups. But we're not gonna do that.
No.
Right on, man. So, other than that, we're getting close to the end of the year, which is just mind-boggling.
It is.
Looking forward to our next podcast guest, Uriah Faber.
Let's go.
The guy is so gracious with his time, so I know that he's been super busy, but the goal is to hopefully get him in here next month. So I cannot wait for that. We got Kendra's birthday next month, so I'm excited to celebrate that, December 15th. Quinn just turned 14. She starts Rio Americano High School, so
Wild.
I'll be like calling you. I mean, their dad is amazing, and he does a great job, but you know, I got the stepdad responsibilities.
It's important, man.
Yeah,
It's
so
important.
I know that Lex is in college, having her first year in college. Man, you're about to just have a household with just 3 people pretty soon.
I know it's going to be weird. You know, it was a big adjustment without Lex. Kai, Kai's my bud, man. I'm gonna be hurt when he leaves as well, man. Like just like I was with Lex, it's gonna feel weird. Now we stay so busy, and I try to, wherever they are, I'm try to get down there as much as possible. Lex Cezanne is gonna be coming down to SoCal to see you. We've already been talking about it. So
Food trip. We're gonna make it a food trip too.
Yep, it's all good. So really good things happening. This is a different holiday feeling because of our industry, though, man. Just going back to loans and real estate, there's so much opportunity right now. We're busier than we've seen in a long time. In 2026, we're always super excited about the next year, thinking that it's going to be big. There's no chance it's not. There's no chance it's not. There's a lot going to be happening. And Gear Up will keep bringing all the facts of what you need to know about this market each time we get on these real estate talks.
I love it, man. Yep. Just to summarize too, on that note, I have a past client that's going to be relocating to Texas. So we always talk about who's making the marketplace.
Yeah.
People that are relocating.
Yeah.
Moving out of state. They have an immediate need. Or we talked about earlier, first-time home buyers that have like completely made peace with the fact that they're going to, have this certain payment for maybe 6 to 12 months and then refi, and their payment will go down tremendously. But, it just makes sense to be a homeowner. And knowing that if you really think about it, in the state of California, we are literally residing and working in one of the most affordable places that you can live in. And not just that, but it's one of the nicest cities, in my opinion, in California.
No question.
Like we can get to point A to point B in 20 minutes. It's not like we're sitting on traffic for an hour and a half. But, we have friends that live in Southern California, whether it be San Diego, Los Angeles. I got friends that live in San Francisco. Those average sales prices are nowhere near $550,000.
Correct.
So I think this is a good opportunity for people to get involved in the marketplace. Other than that, hopefully we'll see some improvement with our sports teams.
Hope so, man.
The Warriors are going to win it all this year.
Listen, stop talking about them.
All right, man, we're out.
We're out.